Yeah, we were about to do a verbal chess battle again. Dare I let him explain any further what he thinks this upcoming battle will entail? We better let the man blather on, because I haven't played this in a long time. Make sure I remember how to do this. Just plain mistaken. Present evidence that proves. Oh, okay. So this is regular. This is regular prosecutor's bath bullshit. I can handle that. What if there's nothing? So this is just regular ace attorney bullshit. We got it. I will. Happy. Chill the fuck out. Once I'm able to quietly gather my thoughts. Yes. Oh yeah, we're working against Mr. Doe and definitely not Shelley. Edgeworth, he's fucking locos right here. He's supposed to be the smartest man that ever smarted. It's right there. I can understand why whoever wore the raincoat would be of interest to you. You have no proof that this person is as injured as you claim. My left arm may be injured, but I can still use my right. When it started raining, I simply opened my umbrella. No raincoat required. Where is your umbrella? So, you contend that you were not wearing a raincoat, is that correct? It is. And is that so strange? Not everyone wears one, after all. I happen to prefer an umbrella. Kay's very excited about raincoats. Kay's very excited about everything. Happy. No one cares. And they just flipped her sprite, so all of the writing's backwards. Fucking hate that. Just redo the writing. Alright. Trusty Parka every time. Alright. Not exactly the line of inquiry I was hoping to pursue. So you see, I'm not your would-be killer. And I'm not in the habit of making baseless accusations, Mr. Doe. Let's go. Please, I'm a simple ice cream salesman. Oh. Dude, gross. Forgive me, my wound seems to have begun bleeding again in all the excitement. The owner of the raincoat is definitely our assassin. And said owner also has an injured left arm. I'm on to you, Mr. Doe. It's only a matter of time. I do, though. Sorry. Sorry, Shells. Present. You seem like a careful man, Mr. Doe. But not quite careful enough. After all, you left something behind. Something of vital importance. I'm afraid you must have me confused with somebody else. The coat does not belong to me. Or you claim to have some kind of proof to support your accusations. Your arm isn't troubling you too much, I hope. Your wound seems to be bleeding again. I'll survive. Although I can't pretend it's not something of an inconvenience. You have my deepest sympathies. Because if it wasn't bleeding quite so badly, you could have perhaps made a clean getaway. What exactly are you insinuating? As we have already established, whoever wore the raincoat is injured. And now I can prove that person was you. With this decisive piece of evidence. The ice cream is sweating. I forgot about this sprite. Oh, I love these games. You see, Mr. Doe, there is a small amount of blood on the inside of this raincoat. Blood that belongs to our assassin. They will indeed. You can give us the silent treatment all you like, but we don't need you to talk. A simple blood test will give us the answer we require. All it takes is for us to compare the blood on your bandages with that on the coat, and that will be that. It's very sloppy, Shelley. It's not like you. We have the evidence. Why don't you make it easier on all of us and come clean? Admit that you were the one who attempted to assassinate the president of Zengvar. I am not your assassin. You're stubborn, I'll give you that, but if this were a game of chess, you would already be in checkmate. Now do the honorable thing and admit defeat. He doesn't look like a man with no moves left to play. Very well, you have me. I'll admit it, I was wearing the raincoat. But I did not shoot at the president. Mr. Edgeworth, the only thing you've proven is that I was wearing a particular raincoat. And as far as I'm aware, that is not a crime. Sorry. I am no assassin. I am a simple ice cream seller. One who happens to be wearing a red raincoat while watching the president speak. I was as surprised as anyone when his bodyguard sprang into action and the shots rang out. That's when the spectators panicked and started running and screaming for their lives. Now, are you finally satisfied I'm telling the truth? Hey, it's like several decades too late to say as if. Yeah, don't let him kidnap you. He has a habit of kidnapping the plucky female side character. Intriguing, but that is not me. Tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, do you really think I was the only one in the entire park wearing a red raincoat today? I do, actually. Then why? Why does he seem so sure of himself? I know their voices are very similar, I'm sorry, it's just the assassin voice is Terry voice in my head, and Edgeworth is also Terry voice. Everybody's Terry voice. Sorry. I am no assassin, I am a simple ice cream seller. One who happened to be wearing a red raincoat. Oh wait, we need to press everything. Press everything. A simple ice cream seller, but a knowledgeable one, I assume. On the subject of ice cream, at least. But of course, ask me anything you wish. I don't know the first thing about ice cream. You know what the, most important thing about making ice cream is, of course. Edgeworth. Why, the most important thing about making ice cream is to approach it with a virtuous heart. And what does virtue have to do with anything? Without proper reverence for the craft, I'm afraid all you'll ever make are sweetened crystals of ice. There, I hope that now you see. I'm nothing more than an ice cream seller.
Hold it!
Why a raincoat? Why were you not using an umbrella? Is that so strange? It was a rainy morning, most people were wearing a jacket of some kind. Well, I'd say it's a pretty strange choice considering you couldn't get one of your arms into it. Better to have one of my hands occupied by an umbrella. I had an ice cream to serve after all. Then why go to such lengths to avoid testifying to that effect in the first place? Forgive me, I simply hadn't remembered until now. It's been an eventful day, after all. Eventful? Well, I hardly know what else to call it, Mr. Edgeworth. The president of Zingfa was shot at. He's got a point. He's got a point. Miles.
Hold it!
So you saw the bodyguards move before you heard the gunshots? Yes, if I recall correctly, they moved first. Well, that's fucking weird. At least the one on the left did. You're rather observant, Mr. Doe. Blessed with keen eyes, alright. That's correct, Bastion Rocket. Why would you know his name? That's weird. I expect he noticed the light from a laser sight. The man is no amateur. Mr. Doe knows a little too much about the business of being a bodyguard for my liking, indeed. I'd say our friend here is no amateur either. I'd like you to append what you just said to your testimony if you don't mind. As you wish. The bodyguard on the left, Bastion Rook, was it, is especially quick to respond.
Hold it!
How do you know this? So the bodyguard on the left was the first to move. By the smallest fraction, yes, he reacted admirably swiftly. His name was Bastion Rook, did you say? I didn't. It appears you've assessed the situation quite astutely. Nobody said his fucking name. Hang on. I'm double checking that. Yeah, it just says Rook and Knight. Present this. As I suspected, you are more than what you claim to be, Mr. Doe. You overestimate me, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, then tell me how a simple ice cream seller knows one of the presidential bodyguard's names. What? You jest, surely. You were the one who spoke their names aloud. Rook and Knight, was it?
Objection!
We only know those names thanks to the security plan. But look closely, only their surnames appear. Yet we all clearly heard you say the name Bastion Rook. How did you come to possess such information? Information we ourselves didn't have. Also, all I can think about the name Bastion is the Neverending Story. It's the kid's name in the Neverending Story. Well, how did you know? Explain yourself. It was merely a slip of the tongue. You know, he's an assassin. Oh no, wait. Oh no, your ice cream's gonna melt if you keep being temperamental. Your ice cream is on fire. Sir? Sir, your ice cream. No, miss, it's a little soon to be jumping to such conclusions. I did know their names, yes, and the reason for that is... well... I know Mr. Rook. He and I are acquainted. What? We have something of a connection. And his is a name I could never forget. I am not lying. I am, as I have always been, a simple ice cream seller. An acquaintance of Bastion Rook, yes.
Objection!
And I suppose Mr. Rook will confirm that. It should be easy enough for him to remember his good friend, the slippery ice cream seller, correct? Please, you are more than welcome to ask him, although I think it might be difficult right now. I would imagine he's rather busy ensuring the President's safety. But suppose you were able to speak with him, and he does deny that he and I are acquainted. How will that help you prove I was the shooter?
Objection!
If you want if I could talk, it would be great, because I'm doing a read-along fucking game right now. If you weren't the shooter, why'd take off your raincoat? Because it was no longer raining. In fact, it had grown quite warm. Oh, better to let my wound breathe, no? Or would you rather I'd let it fester? Ugh, is he actually going to worm his way out of this? Shut up, Payne. Nobody likes you. Payne, nobody wants to be you. You might be willing to arrest a man without sufficient proof, but I am not. It does seem the court of public opinion has spoken very well. As I will clearly be viewed with suspicion no matter what I say, I might as well share what I know. What do you know? What's his angle here? Saw them. Saw another person with a red hood. What? Are you fucking kidding me? The person you captured in your photograph. First noticed them just before the president's speech began. It was still raining then. Their outfit was the same color as my own, which is what drew my attention. As did the laser beam that was aimed directly at the president's head. He's claiming there was another red-hooded person? Preposterous. I knew that if anyone saw me dressed similar to this individual, I could fall under suspicion myself. And so naturally I removed my raincoat.
Objection!
So not only did you see the assassin, but they were wearing the exact same thing as you? How very convenient. I had thought you might find it far-fetched, hence my not mentioning it until now. I know you law enforcement people are very skeptical types. You would never have believed me. Especially not if I had said the shooter was standing right next to a certain prosecutor. Well, I know you don't mean me. I wasn't even summoned until after the shooting. No, not you, Mr. Edgeworth. Your colleague over there. Winston? Winston, what were you doing? Besides nothing useful. It's very close to his in-court sprite when you shock him. It's very funny. Yes, the photograph will prove it, I'm sure. You see, right there in front of the person with the red hood. Saying you're a bitch. I mean, what's his endgame here? I mentioned I've been following your investigation with some interest, Mr. Edgeworth. And while pondering the details, I noticed something strange. Strange? What exactly? Come now, a man of your talent should be more than capable of spotting a contradiction such as this. I'm afraid I don't follow. This picture shows Chief Prosecutor, Mr. Payne, and the shooter. Does... think carefully, the picture was taken right in the middle of the president's speech. One of the other pieces of evidence you've gathered is inconsistent with what we see here. Why would you know this? Double check that. We are on the correct side of the stage. I think I know which one it is, but I don't understand why Shelley would know. I think it's this.
Take that!
Of course, the tape contradicts the photograph. Ah, so you've noticed at last. Why do you know about the tape? Someone's missing. Someone who should be here. Oh, indeed. It's Tabby.
Take that!
Tabby, did you do a murders? You good, sweetie? I don't think she's good. Mr. Payne's voice can clearly be heard on Miss Lloyd's tape. Considering that he was conducting a private conversation with the chief prosecutor. She must have been very close indeed to capture it on tape. She isn't. Precisely. Well, Mr. Edgeworth. Do you still believe you've been hounding the right person here? Ugh. Miss Lloyd, would you mind answering a few questions? Yes, it would appear to be your turn again. It ain't like I was standing still the whole time. Now I was running all over Roman reporter style. That was a big old crowd. Guess the picture must have been taken while I was in one spot and the tapes from when I was in another. So quit giving me the evil eye. Ain't nothing but a misunderstanding. There's no doubt about the voices on the tape. That was Mr. Payne and the chief prosecutor, I'm certain of it. Okay, Kay. I might be inclined to believe you if your testimony didn't contain a glaring inconsistency. Seems I have no choice but to present her with the evidence and expose the contradiction. It ain't like I was standing still the whole time. Yes. Why would you be moving around if your main aim was to record the president's speech? How do you mean? Surely the speech would have been best recorded from a single consistent position. Well, see, that is, oh yeah, ambience. That's the word I was looking for. Gotta capture the ambience. Can't put electric atmosphere down in print if I don't have a bunch of it on tape for inspiration. Surely all you achieved was to fill the tape with unwanted background noise. Y'all questioning my methods now? I don't do standing still, alright? No, I was running all over Roman reporter style, and that was a big old crowd. You were running all over. Where exactly? Here, there, and everywhere, I guess. What, y'all don't know what all over means? You think I remember exactly where I was and when in a crowd like that? What do y'all want from me? I'd like you to at least tell us where you were left. Whether you were left, the left or the right of the stage. Left? Yeah, left, I think. The suspect in the picture was on the left-hand side too. Coincidence? I guess the picture must have been taken while I was in one spot and the tape from when I was in another.
Hold it!
So the fact that you were not in the picture is to be expected. Is that what you're trying to tell us? It surely is. I caught your pals, the prosecutors, on tape while I was in one part of the crowd. And then that picture was snapped while I was off someplace else. Look at it that way, it all makes perfect sense. Your assertion then is that the picture and your recording were taken at different points in the speech. Yep, timing's everything. You learn that soon enough in the line of work. If I can prove the two things did happen at the same time, your entire defense will come tumbling down. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's just this, but I don't know exactly where I'm supposed to present it. Let's loop once just to see what they say. So quit giving me the evil eye. Ain't nothing but a misunderstanding.
Hold it!
As maybe Edgeworth will tell us. Evil eye? Are you suggesting that I might be attempting to intimidate a witness? Nah, I'm just suggesting you lighten up a little. Frown that way for too long and it'll stick. Ain't nothing so bad that a little smile can't make better. Wouldn't you say, Ruffles? I'm investigating the shooting of a president, Miss Lloyd. A smile is highly unlikely to help with that. So proclaimed the prosecutor, all while beaming from ear to ear. Paragraph ends. Perhaps what I ought to do is deploy my eviler evil eye on her next time. Edgeworth. No, bad boy. I agree that she doesn't seem to be ill-intentioned. But who knows if that means something much worse is lying just underneath. Regardless, we must put aside our immediate impressions. Her actions are on the record. And I have proof that contradicts her testimony. Alright. Alright, I guess it's just this one. So we present, tape, present. And the music drops out, so we got it right. Ms. Lloyd, it's imperative for a reporter not to lie, wouldn't you say? You dang right it is. And I don't lie. And yet, the photograph and the recording were definitely taken at the same time. What? You can't prove that? Oh, but I can. The evidence is right here in these pictures. This one in particular shows something that lines up precisely when you were making your recording. I think it's this.
Take that!
See here? The president has his fist raised. And what about it? Would you be so kind as to play us the tape again? It ain't that simple. What if I were to tell you that you don't have a choice? You don't make it easy, do you, Ruffles? Remember, we are concerned with the moment the president raised his fist. No criminal organization, no matter how big, is above the law. The president thrusts his fist in the air as the excitement reaches a fever pitch. It sure is. Correct. We've now confirmed when it occurred in the recording. Tabby should be in the picture too. She sure should. And she is right there for all to see. Well, Miss Lloyd is in fact the person with the red hood. Sorry, it's a fucking bear trap. Why do you have that? Nah, I don't even own a jacket like that. That's right, from everything we know, the owner of the red raincoat is John Doe. We've already proven that the raincoat belongs to Mr. Doe. You, Miss Lloyd, were wearing something else, something that also happened to have a red hood. Indeed, Mr. Doe's last statement was true. Our ice cream seller never mentioned a raincoat, only a red hood. So tell us about your jacket again, Miss Lloyd. Huh? This old thing? Well, it's the best thing about it, like I said, is if you get mud and such on it. It's reversible, see? So you just turn it inside out and... Ugh. Just as I thought. Sure is red. That's right. And when the incident occurred, that's the side of the hood that was visible. But wait, I never even wore it that way around. Perhaps if you would allow us to examine it, we could confirm that for ourselves. And y'all are gonna confirm that how exactly? I don't have to be reading her shit anymore, I guess, but... It was raining right up until the president's speech, correct? That much has been established already. And as you yourself said, don't use it either. If you haven't traversed your parka since the rain, then the inside should be dry. Wait a second now, I got this big old backpack on, see? So I can't take off my jacket, yeah. Maybe I can show y'all some other time? Aw. Take it all off. If that's true, Miss Lloyd, then your best option is to cooperate and tell us the truth. Is there a particular reason why you chose to wear a parka with a red hood here today? I'm sorry, Ruffles. There's something I never told you. Something I couldn't. But I'll come clean, I promise. Just go easy on me now, you hear? Oh god. Oh no. Is your boss here? Who said that? Yep. I'm not doing your voice, young lady. Oh, no, it's... Oh, okay. It's not her. It's him. Hi. Knight, I think. Hi there. That's one of the men from Kay's photograph. I suppose. Bronco Knight! Okay. You sure are. Uh-huh. Could you be any more American? Yeah, it's just too much fun being this good. Also, the animation was so lazy. You're not a member of law enforcement, so how did you get a gun? I'm indifferent, whichever you prefer. If you don't like him, don't worry about it. He doesn't live through this game. Do you play a little chess, I take it? My name is Edgeworth. Fucking twat. The name's Edgeworth, and you could say I dabble. Didn't suffer so much as a scratch. Great. Now for the bad news. Uh-oh. Mr. Rook. Rook is dead, a genuine loss. Apparently Tabby did. You don't seem terribly broken up about it, Knight. I almost called him Knightley. He's Knightley in the fan translation. Sacrifice one of our own pieces. During a castling? Because his name is Rook? Okay. If you don't know, castling, if you don't move your king and your rook, which is the little castle piece, through the whole game, and there's no, like, pieces between them, you can switch your king and rook places. So you can just, like, put your king in the corner of the board and get him out of danger. You can get him out of check or even checkmate if you haven't moved him or the rook. That's what a castling is. Oh, are you gonna explain it? It's a chess term. Very simplistically speaking, it's a move where a rook switches places with the king. Good enough. Why didn't you just say so? Because he's a nerd. Mr. Knight, was it? We'll need to see the victim's body right away. And if possible, I'd like to ask the President a few questions. And why not? I thought you said there were only two. What? This investigation was assigned to us. We're not about to hand it over. Last I checked, yes. I'm honored to have wanted his attention. Wait, did the chief assign me to appease the president? Well, yours is broken, obviously, so maybe you should fuck entirely off. Never did nothing. She never did nothing, guys. You can't just shoot a suspect in the middle of the lawn, my dude. There's not much I can do, Miss Lloyd. She was the one in the red hood, there's no denying that now. But I can't help feeling we still don't know the whole truth behind this case. You can't just sad face at people and get them to protect you from a murder charge, young lady. Can I really let this happen? Is this really how it ends? The look in her eyes, the crack in her voice as she begs me to help her. This is no act by a criminal. She's genuinely scared. Well, criminals can be genuinely scared too, Edgeworth. And if I let him take her, we'll never know what really happened. Eek. Oh. Hey, Shelley. I mean, Doe. Quiet now. Is that really any way to greet me? Sorry. A lot of talking. Your neck has barely begun to heal, and you've already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed. Ah, so you do remember. You've got some nerve pulling this stunt in front of a bunch of police officers? Alright. Does Shelley know that he's got the knife backwards if he's gonna cut this motherfucker? Who drew this? Who drew this? Who drew this backwards? Let's just say that I'm no simple ice cream seller. We figured that out, buddy. Shelley the killer. Look who's back. The killer. There's not a legal professional in the country who doesn't know that name. An assassin capable of taking down any target, any place, any time. This isn't the first time our paths have crossed. It has been. Not long enough, actually. It is the first time we've met face to face, you sociopath. I love you. You're the assassin we've been looking for. In a sense, yes. Someone did indeed hire me to carry out a contract. And that contract did indeed specify I was to assassinate President Wang. I swear I've seen his picture in one of my old files before, but... Ugh. How could I have been so careless? I don't know, Edgeworth. How could you have been? My bandage proved useful for bringing a knife into the park undetected. But I miscalculated in certain other regards. You didn't bring a gun. Now, shall we play a little game? Mr. Knight, I know how fond you are of such diversions. Stakes must be high in order for it to be fun, of course. Shall we wager, say, your life? I want you to die, Mr. Bond. I would like for you to allow Mr. Edgeworth to remain in charge of the case. You, what? What are you up to, killer? No one knows. Look at this motherfucker. I would simply like our mutual friend to see things through to their conclusion. Yeah, sincerely, why? Shelley. Bastian Rook was a man of great skill, one with whom I felt a certain connection. It's only right that the truth behind his death be brought to light. With Mr. Rook's departure, the case is now yours to investigate, is it not, Mr. Knight? I'm simply asking you to transfer that authority to Mr. Edgeworth. Not something worth losing your life over, surely. There's a little hand on his coat, and I don't remember what that means, but it feels important. Little lapel pin. Am I? Really? I suppose it's true that in order for the investigation to proceed, we will need the entire presidential plane. Are you? And here I thought you were only second in command. I wonder if you have what it takes to step into such capable... I'm the leader now, me! Way! Yeah, okay, Knightley, calm down. If that is indeed the case, then I would ask that you make a choice worthy of a leader. Will you needlessly throw your life, or will you needlessly throw away your life, or will you allow the investigation to continue? Is he really doing this to gain access to the president? Does he even need to? What is he plotting? You have no objections, I trust, Mr. Edgeworth. Come, let us continue the investigation. Just shaving Knightley. It's fine. I mean, we don't fuck with Shelley to kill her. It seems we have little choice but to do as we're told. That said, listen, detective, and listen well. I'll buy us some time as I investigate. Meanwhile, you gather the other officers. Have them surround the plane and make absolutely certain there's no way he can escape.